Good morning, everybody. This is Liz Schote, registered dietitian and director of clinical nutrition here at Jackson Purchase Medical Center, doing another Learning with Liz lesson today. So I was trying to think again of a different topic to talk about. So I was talking with a friend the other day about osteoporosis and osteopenia, and it just kind of put a little tinkle of an idea in my brain, and I thought maybe I'll talk about that and how can we help ourselves to prevent from having osteoporosis. So I'm just going to kind of tell you about what osteoporosis is, what osteopenia is, what we can do as an adult to help us with that, to prevent that problem. And there's also, we can start it when a person is a child, with making sure that we're getting enough calcium for our bones. So what is osteoporosis? So I'm going to kind of read you a little definitions. That it's a disease that consists of weakened bones and increased fracture risk. So it's sometimes they call it the silent disease because you usually don't notice any changes that's going on with your body until you might break a bone. So it can strike at any age, but it does increase as a person gets over the age of 50. Women, especially white women and Asian women, are more likely to develop osteoporosis than men, but men can also develop this condition also. So, as I said, there's things that we can do to help us prevent from having the problem. So, the first thing everybody thinks, I need to drink milk. Well, that is true. What we need is calcium. And because calcium helps to build bones stronger and actually help build our bones when we're a young child. And so we need calcium and we need vitamin D, because you have to have vitamin D to make calcium work. So you got to have both of those things together. So with our diet, there are different foods for us to eat, and we'll kind of talk about what those are here in a second too. So bones actually store about 98% of the calcium in our body. Okay, so that's where most of the calcium is. Calcium does a few other things too, but it's mainly stored in those bones. Calcium-rich foods are things such as milk, yogurt, cheeses, fortified calcium products that are out there now. Usually, like if you don't drink regular cow's milk, you might drink soy milk. Hopefully you're getting a soy milk that's calcium fortified. The same thing about if you're doing any almond milk, oat milk, that type of thing. You need to make sure that it's calcium enriched, because you got to have that calcium. So how much do we need? So children ages 1 to 3 need at least 700 milligrams of calcium a day. Children ages 4 to 8 need around 1,000 milligrams in a day. Children ages 9 to 18 need around 1,300 milligrams in a day. And adults age 19 to 50 need around 1,000 milligrams a day. But above 50, especially for women, we need around 1,200 milligrams of calcium a day. So if you're not a milk drinker and you're not a yogurt eater and cheese, you're going to have to get calcium maybe in a non-food way. So so using some type of supplement, like a calcium supplement, it's not the best as eating foods that contain the calcium in it, but it is at least a way that we can get calcium with that. If you were wanting more of a detailed list, you can talk to a dietitian, you can ask your doctor about that. But we've got to have calcium every single day. It also works, like I said, with vitamin D, vitamin K, potassium, and magnesium. All of those things work together to help increase our bone density and strength. But also, besides eating foods that contain calcium or taking a calcium supplement, what else can we do? Well, actually, if we do some light weight training, is like taking a small weight, doing our arms, things such as that. But that type of exercise actually helps to strengthen those bones also, especially the older we get. So, if we're sitting at home at night watching TV, if you happen to have a can of vegetables or a little 2-pound weight, you can sit there and just kind of do it a little bit with your arms, and that helps to build those bones. But what about kids? As I said earlier, we can help with how our bones are going to be later on when we're a child. So trying to encourage that child to drink milk, to eat yogurt, to eat cheese, things such as that. As I said, milk, yogurt, and cheeses are the richest natural sources of calcium. 1 8-ounce glass of non-fat milk provides around 300 milligrams of calcium. So if we drink just a cup of milk, getting those kids to do that is so very important. But then we also have to have the vitamin D. So how do we get the vitamin D? Well, guess what? There's a cheap way, is you go outside in the sunshine for about 5 to 10 minutes and you actually get your vitamin D that way. But you have to have, like I said, the vitamin D to make the calcium work. You also can get vitamin D. Usually, if with milk, it's going to be supplemented with vitamin D in there. But also, egg yolks contain vitamin D. Mushrooms, fatty fish such as salmon and tuna can also help. Magnesium is another thing that we all need to help with keeping those bones strong. So you find those things in such as like almonds, spinach, black beans, potatoes, oats, avocados, peanut butter. And then vitamin K, we find that in some of our green leafy vegetables, such as things like kale, spinach, broccoli are very rich in that vitamin K. So it's so important that we have the calcium and the vitamin D to make our bones strong. Because if our bones are not strong, especially when we get older, sometimes a person their hip may break and then they fall. It's not the fall breaks, causes the broken hip. So it's so very important that we get it. If you have any questions about today's lesson, please drop us a little note, or if you have any questions or any topic that you would like for me to discuss, please drop us a little note on here, and I hope everyone has a great day. Thanks for watching.